I think we're live. Happy Valentine's Day weekend. It's Nicoa, Coffee with Nicoa. Good morning on this beautiful Sunday morning. I think I can look. I'm still trying to figure this out. Welcome to my office. It is pouring down rain. Something is in the way. I don't even know what's going. You know what? It's my phone. So I don't know what to tell you, but that's going to be in the way. So we're talking about love. Because what else do you talk about when you talk about Valentine's Day? We're talking about love. We're talking about ways in which you can really step back and ask the question, what would love do? And we're going to shift this over just a little bit. How about that? There, that is much better. Then that's not in the way of the YouTube account. So we're talking about love. We're talking about you and your life experiences. And I'm going to give you some personal experiences and some related to my clients this week that I really think demonstrates love and redefining love for ourselves and asking ourselves the question, what would love do? So get your coffee. Let's have a little sip here. It's a German artist. I'm forgetting his name at the moment, but I'll put it in the comments. Somebody asked the other day. I love you guys. And what would love do is a question that I invite you to ask day in and day out. What would love do? When you're in a space where you're overwhelmed, you're having anxiety, you're stressing out about work, coming back to the question, what would love do? And it could be another question too. It could be like, what would peace do in this moment? What would calm do? This is a practice and it's not easy. It's not easy. Yesterday, I got triggered by something. I was completely attached to the outcomes of a commitment that I had made, and it got changed. And I had all of these thoughts. And what was crazy for me is that I knew I didn't have to spiral down the path of I'm upset. I knew that I had coping mechanisms. I knew that there was something in my toolkit to help me move forward and not make it such a big deal. But there was this part of me, and maybe you can relate to this. There was this part of me that wanted to be upset. Okay. I wanted to be sad. I wanted attention. I wanted someone to come take care of me. I wanted someone to validate me. I wanted someone to say, it's going to be okay. And I wanted that person to be my husband. So the poor guy, I start going after him like, can't you just say? And you know what? I asked myself that question, what would love do in this situation? And love stopped expecting something different than was happening. And love accepted where we were. And I said, how can I be kind to myself? And how can I be kind to John? And how can we create a space in the middle of this topic between the two of us that was related to love? And the example from this week with all my clients was that love isn't roses and chocolates and flowers and always showing up perfectly for each other or for yourself. Love is vulnerability, transparency, truth, authenticity. Love is literally saying how you're feeling. I sat with John and I said, I'm feeling this way and I don't know why I feel this way. And then I think these things about you. And then I think these things about me. And then I make up this whole story and then I snowball into this sadness and then I make it mean something. What are you making it mean? What are you creating that's really a desperate cry for love? What are you worrying about, analyzing? That's my tendency. Oh, I made it mean this, and then 15 other things happened last time, and now I want us to all talk about that. That's the worst. That just makes it worse. So if there's anything you can do to step back and say, okay, what would love do? Love would tell the truth. I feel this when this happens, whether it's right or wrong. I would like to talk about this, right? So clients this week, I watched a few of them present during a panel, and they told their truth. They said, somebody asked me to do this out in a big on a big panel, out in a big group, and I got scared, and I thought they think they're asking and me, and are you sure? And they got very insecure about it and they tried to get out of it, but they told their truth and they told it to like 30 women who were listening to this panel. They told their truth. What would love do? Love would just tell the truth. I feel like this, and this is what I made it mean. They told their truth. I'm feeling anxious. I have clients that come to me all the time and say, "Well, I really want to tell my boss ABC." And I'm like, because I would ask them, "So you're telling me you're upset about something. You're telling me you're worried about something." And I would say, "What do you really want?" And they'd say, "Well, I really wish I could just say ABC." And I'm like, "Okay, what if you just said ABC? What if you actually said that?" They're like, "Ah." So we play out the fear. Well, if I said the truth, what if they didn't like it? Okay, what if? What if they got upset? Okay. Well, what would happen then? So scenario planning is really key here. And if you're in a relationship, and let's bring it back to Valentine's Day. If this is either one, a relationship with a partner, or two, a relationship with yourself, then who else? I mean, those are the safest ones. At work, you play out the scenario, and the worst case scenario is you quit or they ask you to go because there was some disconnect. And do you really want to be a part of that? Guess what? Same thing at home. Is this the relationship? Now, you have to be very careful here because the love relationship that you're most prioritized and most important to work on is the one with yourself. And I take full responsibility for that in my relationship with John, and he takes full responsibility for his. This is called conscious coupling. So if you're in a partnership with someone, the ability to say, "I own my shit and I want to be able to put it in a space between us and analyze it and talk about it even when it sometimes hurts your feelings." And he does the same. And because I take responsibility for my feelings and he takes responsibility for his. And we say it. Gosh, sometimes when you do that, it makes me feel this way. And I have a hard time not acting that way. Wow. I mean, you can do the same at work. Hey, boss, when you told me you wanted me to do that presentation and then at the last minute pulled me out of it, I felt like you didn't trust me. I felt like you didn't think I was good enough. Is there a missing conversation there? Right? So you own it. What would love do? Love would take responsibility. What would love do? Love would be kind to yourself. So if you're not in a partnership with another human being right now, then let's look in the mirror. Yesterday, I beat myself up. Yesterday, I sat right here, boom, right on that little sofa over there. I laid there and I wanted to be sad and I wanted to pout. And then that voice over my head said, "All right, well, how long would you like to do that?" Because I knew where the mind goes, energy flows. And I knew I had the power to stand up and get on with my day. Eventually I did. And John was there for me. And he said, "What do you want?" I'm like, "I don't know. Feeling sad." "What do you want to do about that?" "I don't know yet." "Okay." So, well, let me know when you know. I eventually got up and got my act together and was nice to myself. I looked in that mirror and I said, "Of course you felt upset. This is what you made it mean. This is what you were expecting, and this changed. And of course, you like things to go the way you want them to go. And when they don't, you have a tendency to react. So, Nicoa, can you give yourself a break?" And I did. And then we went down to the boat, and it was a lovely day, and we ran into some friends. And right when I saw those friends, I felt even better. And my friend, and she knows who she is. She came up to me and we hugged each other. And then she stepped back and I was like, "No, no, I'm not finished hugging." And she said, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Yeah, I just need a little bit longer of a hug." And she said, "Okay, I got you. I got you." You ask for what you need. That's what love would do. You speak your truth. You're authentic. You give yourself a break. And you wish yourself a happy Valentine's Day, no matter what the circumstance. And if you can't get happy with that, my last solution is, I thought I'd bring this to your attention, is you buy yourself some Girl Scout cookies and you eat yourself a caramel delight. Oh yeah, baby. All right, that make anybody feel better right there. Hashtag life by design. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Hope you have a great week. Happy Valentine's Day.